all the people that said that this hair took 8 to 10 hours and you even did it yourself. Why you lying? I don't know you're lying. Oh my God, no lying. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Titilayo, and if this is your first time seeing me on your screen or stopping by on my channel, it is very nice to meet you. You are welcome. And if this is not your first time, welcome back. Today's video is going to be on this hair, on my goddess FAUX LOCS that I had installed 2 weeks ago. So I'm so excited to actually bring this video to you because this is the first time that I've actually gone all out with my FAUX LOCS, and I am absolutely in love. I had this, idea of what I wanted to do. I watched numerous videos, I looked at numerous pictures, and I kept on sending all of these ideas to the stylist at Danny Hair that helped me to, put these locks in, and she did such an amazing job. Like, I couldn't have thought this out any better. This is exactly what I pictured my locks to look like. For those of you who do not know what FAUX LOCS are, so FAUX LOCS are pretty much fake locks. So you know how people usually lock their hairs and make them, dreads? They kind of look like dreads. I wouldn't say they look exactly like dreads, but I felt like that was what people were going for, but we just happened to stumble on this hairstyle. So it's not exactly locks. It doesn't look like locks, like regular natural locks, but it's such a beautiful hairstyle, and I feel like for winter and fall, it is such an amazing protective style. In total, it took me about 30 hours out of 48 hours to get these done. I was sitting down in a chair for the whole of Saturday, and I finished it on Sunday evening because we went to church and I came back, and after the church service Daba was here again, and that was when we completed the hair. So with that being said, if you haven't already followed Danny Hair on Instagram, please make sure to check in the description bar and make sure to go follow Danny Hair on Instagram. If you live in Halifax or PEI or any of the Nova Scotia Atlantic region and you want to get your hair done, you know who to go meet. Daba will get you hooked. So let's talk about the specs. So I wanted to show you guys the hair in a bun, just to let you guys know that it's actually possible with this method that I'm going to be showing you in today's video. It's possible to actually get these long goddess locks to be very light. Now bear in mind, the hair itself is actually really long and I have it in a bun, so definitely there is some kind of weight to that, but compared to normal regular goddess locks that people are doing with the extensions as well as Marley hair, those would definitely weigh a ton more than this. The first time I ever got my locks done, I had I think it was my bra length that I had, and it was that was obviously way shorter than this, and I had it with extensions as well as Marley hair to wrap the extensions, and that was heavy. It felt as heavy as what I have on my head right now. So I'm going to be giving you guys a little method that you can use to actually make sure that even if you have it really long or super short, it's not as heavy as it usually is. So to do your goddess locks, you need a braiding extension that you can use to braid the hair, and then you need Marley hair. I prefer Marley hair to wrap up the extensions, but people usually choose, people can use bow. You can even use extensions like regular expression extensions that you use for braids. You can use that to wrap it. So all of the blonde ones that you guys can see, all of the blonde or the orange ones, those are ones that will be actually wrapped using extensions instead of Marley hair. I personally prefer Marley hair because it has this rustic and old vibe to it, and when it starts getting older, Marley hair itself starts to look even better. And I'm planning to keep this on for about 3 months, so I really wanted to use Marley hair. So I got Marley hair. I used about 10 packs plus because I bought 10 actual packs, and I had some spares at home that I wasn't using before, and I finished all 10 packs and I still needed, I would think, maybe another 2 or 3 packs. But bear in mind, again, mine is super long. You might not need all of that if you just want to do something that's shorter. So you would also need a crochet needle. In the video you see how Daba kind of used the crochet needle to the crochet pin. I don't know if it's a pin or a needle, but you see how she used the crochet hook. Oh, it's a hook. You see how she used the crochet hook to actually get the Marley hair into the braid to start wrapping it. So previous times when I've done my Marley hair, I haven't tried that technique. The people who are helping me do it didn't use that technique, but I feel it's a pretty decent technique because then it makes sure that my hair doesn't slip from the top. Because normally when you do it, sometimes it starts to slip from the top to the back, but now it's actually in the hair, so it doesn't do that as much. So you also need a fire source. So I made use of a barbecue lighter. I usually prefer people to make use of those lighters instead of the cigarette ones, because the cigarette ones have these like iron hooks that you have to, like, you know, the iron wheel that you have to keep on pressing, and after a while of doing that, like, your hand actually gets sore. Even with the barbecue lighter, our hands got really sore. So, and that one you're just actually pressing a button. So you would want to use barbecue lighters, or I don't know, people use candles. I don't think that's really safe, so I would say the barbecue lighter would work well. You would also need some curly hair, so I made use of like crochet hair, so hair that I would usually crochet, like those free tress hairs. I made use of those in the color black, and I also made use of regular extensions that I wrapped around a perm rod and curled myself, so I made use of those as well. But the method that I used to actually keep my goddess locks and my faux locks really light, I use wool instead of regular hair extensions to braid my hair. So the reason why I do this is because wool is very light, and even when you have like a full head of wool, it's not as heavy as it is when you have a full head of braiding extensions. So it's like double the weight when you decide to braid your hair with extensions and then wrap it with Marley hair, rather than, you know, doing it with wool, which obviously it will get heavy, but it's definitely not as heavy as the extensions. So first off, Daba parted my hair into different sections just to kind of help her work well, and then she went in to start parting the hair. She used a tail comb for this, and she did kind of like box braid style. And I'm going in with this hair butter from Simply Grown Natural Cosmetics. It's their natural hair butter, and we put this around the entire hair. This was such an amazing way to condition my scalp and prepare my scalp for this protective style. So we used about 6 pieces of I'll say 6 strands of wool to do the braids, and then Daba just looped it and, you know, braided with it as you would normally do with extensions. So for those of you who don't really know how to braid hair, I'm going to bring it in a little closer just to show you how. So when we were doing the braids, we only braided to the point where my natural hair ends. We didn't braid exactly to the end of the wool, just because that would have taken a little more time. So this is me just bringing it a little closer in, just so you can see how we make that braid with the wool. So again, she's parting the hair first. Kind of separates the hair as well as the wool into 3 different parts, and you're actually taking those parts and weaving them. So I know some people decide to put like wool in every part of hair, or some people just do the hair separate and like the wool would be the other 2 parts. I noticed that Daba does two parts that have wool and hair, and just 1 part that's hair alone. So you can do whatever way you know how to.
Boy, hold steady. So are you looking for a sister? Show my love. She gets it dollar. She did wear designer. Are you looking for a sister? Oh, my love. She gets it dollar. Your time is running out. Your time is running out.
So when we were done braiding the entire hair of head, we decided to go in and actually twist the hair just so it will make it easier to wrap around. So it kind of looks weird because we have both black and grey. We actually ran out of wool because I was using wool from the previous time that I did my faux locks, and that was the black wool. And when we went out to the store to get more, they actually didn't have any black wool, so we had to go for grey. So for the Marley hair, I already showed you guys this in the beginning. We take the crochet pin or the crochet hook, and then we use that to pull the hair through the top. So once you do this, you want to make 1 part shorter and 1 part longer. So So the shorter part, you're going to take that and actually wrap it in with the braid, and then the longer part is what you're going to use to wrap. So at first you want to wrap around like 4 or 5 times, and then start wrapping and like taking it downwards. So the first time when you wrap 4 or 5 times, it helps you to build up the mass of the hair around that area so it doesn't like slip off, and then you just keep on wrapping all around.
So are you looking for a sister? My love.
So just because of how long my hair was, it took about 2.5 to 3 strands of Marley hair on each braid, which is a lot. So that's why I went through all 10 packs and still needed more. If you're doing something shorter, you probably need like 1.5 strands to fill up the entire braid, just depending on how long you get it. At this point, lovely names Bibi had come to help out with the hair. Thank you so much, Bibi, for helping out. And now there were 2 hands on deck, and still we were super tired. So it's the next day, and we're just going off and completing the rest of the hair. So there's not that much left, so I was actually able to go to church with that just wrapped up. So here's Daba just twisting that wool so you can see how we did it. And at the end, you'd actually see where she attached the curly hair that we used. In this case, it was actually extensions that I had wrapped up using a perm rod. So that was attached to the very end. And then she started to wrap around. So again, using the crochet method, we just pulled the hair through and pretty much wrapped until we got to the very end.
You're the one I want to. Before my liver starts to fail, you're the one I need. Oh, before cassava start to heal. If I ever leave, oh, make water carry me, they go far away, far away. What would I do without you, my charge? I don't feel this way with anybody. Yeah. Tell me your secrets, I'm not messy. Steady it for me, boy, hold steady. So are you looking for a sister? Show my love. She gets it dollar. She did wear designer. Are you looking for a sister? Oh, my love. She gets it dollar.
Alright, so at the end, unfortunately we can't see in this clip, but she started to wrap back up to the braid that was already wrapped to kind of end off the strand that she still had when she was done. And then she went in with the lighter to actually burn the very end. So this allows us to actually seal the hair so it doesn't loosen, and just like rolling it around helps to make it look neater as well. So that's what we did for pretty much every strand. When we were ending it off, we used the lighter to seal off the end and wrapped it. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. And in the end, you get your braid with the curly hair on the bottom, which is pretty much the goddess locks.
Looking for you under the ends. It's a real thing, me not pretend. Steady whip around town in a Benz, oh boy. Say you must have married me. You go love me. You go killing me, baby. You go follow me. You are my remedy. You my melody. The baby now harmony. You go giving me. So are you looking for a sister? Show my love. She gets it dollar. She did wear designer.
Other people have asked me, will I ever do this hairstyle again? I would love to, but I feel like the next time I'm going to do this, I would probably be doing it on a wig, just because I don't want to ever sit down for that long again. I was so tired, my back hurt, and the whole time all I could do was actually think about every single video I watched on YouTube of people who did it by themselves and claimed to have done it in 8 to 10 hours, and I was like, sis, you lied. Sis, you lied. You lied. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much what it was. It was just the timing that was kind of, you know, a long time, but it's a really simple hairstyle to do by yourself or to get someone to do for you, and it's such an amazing protective hairstyle. Like, I've gotten so many compliments and so many people have slid into my DMs and into Daba's DMs trying to figure out how they can get theirs done, and I don't even blame them at all. This is an amazing hairstyle and I really hope I can keep it for 3 months, because I've had it for about 2 weeks, and as you can see, like, these aren't my edges exactly, but I mean, they're gelled down as edges or as baby hairs, but they're more like adult hairs. But this is what it looks like now that it's starting to get old. But pretty much the good thing about this hairstyle too is that as it starts to get older, it actually starts to look more realistic as dreads, so it doesn't look terrible. That's why I really absolutely love this hairstyle, just because I like to do my hair, and then especially this hairstyle I like to do it for a very long time and then take it off around my birthday time. So that's what I'm actually planning to do, to have this on up until December. So I hope it can, or November ending. So I hope it can actually hold until then. But it's looking pretty good. So another thing I super like about this hairstyle is the fact that you can actually style this hair in so many different ways. So like I have today, I just have it in a bun, and I have like a lot of, you know, accessories. Some of them I got from Lovely Manes, like the cuffs I got them from Lovely Manes over on Instagram, and I got like all of the rings, the shells, you know, the rest of like these, like, you know, the rest of the accessories, like the leaves, the stars. What is that? The stars. I got all of those on Amazon. I bought them in a pack of I think 25 to 50. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions about the hair or the process, if you think the video, you know, didn't really show something that you were wondering about, please make sure to leave that in the comment section. I'll make sure to reply as soon as possible. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful, fabulous day, and I'll see you in my next video, God willing. Bye bye.
Give me assurance, assurance.